First third. Sloppy visuals, weird camera angles, unconnectable Superman. The reviews are in for Man of Steel, and it looks like the Man of Steel may become the man of needing cake to make his sadness go away. How will this affect things? Is all this true? Cue title scene. Welcome to Clear in 48 frames per second danger. A segment in video so scary, so dangerous, General Zod shits his pants. Hopefully that's in the movie. Now, as I said, I would be talking about what dangers hurdle this film. And for the looks of things, these dangers are coming at us more than a meteorite that Superman's too lazy to stop because he had way too many little Debbies. I don't know if that's ever happened, but that would be interesting. Make Green Lantern relevant. Now, first up, I just want to inform you that this will not influence my opinion of the film, nor will it completely deter me. The thing is that realistically speaking, critics don't like action movies unless they're action movie-based critics. The film has a 60% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which sadly is actually lower than Superman Returns and almost at the level of Rotten. That being said, that is from critics' reviews. Most fans won't be seeing the film for another 24 hours. I probably won't get to it for another 48 hours. But anyways, the problems I have it are as followed. Too much action but not enough substance. Too much substance, not enough action. Too much Russell Crowe. Kevin Costner being shoehorned. And of course, as always, Amy Adams not feeling like Lois Lane. I know I've never brought that up before, but that sentence still sounds cool. First up, the problem people are pointing out. Zack Snyder and David S. Goyer. Or Geyer, or Geyer, I have no clue how to pronounce his name. The thing is that realistically speaking, these are two people in Hollywood who have gotten mixed reviews at best. Now, many say Superman is moron-proof. Lucky for us, they've got the biggest moron of them all in the movie, Chris Nolan. I don't have a picture. Anywho, the big problem that people are pointing out with this film is typical Zack Snyder problems. The action just doesn't stop once it starts. People are saying that you get no break, take everything in, absorb things, expect things. I don't know if this is true. I haven't seen the film. But let's not forget where this film is coming from. One of the biggest complaints with Dark Knight Rises is nothing happens until the last 10 minutes of the movie, besides you wishing you had your money back. The thing is that realistically speaking, this film needs to set up a precedent for all future DC movies, as Iron Man did for Marvel. That's if they go ahead with their Justice League plans. It has just recently been rumored that they're already going into pre-production for Man of Steel 2 for 2014 release date, with both Goyer and Snyder back at the helm. Nolan may not be brought back on as a producer, but who knows? Frankly, I don't care. Why? Because this is not a Chris Nolan movie. Obviously, he steals the spotlight because his head is big enough to steal anything. But realistically speaking, this is a Zack Snyder film, and DC should have anticipated that when they brought him on for the project. What people need to remember is that this is a totally new version of Superman trying to make up for past failures. Unfortunately, this might not be the strong start Warner Brothers needs to greenlight Justice League. Why? Because Warner Brothers is a disorganized mess. They need something strong to gear it, and Superman is a typical draw of that. The other big problem I have is origin changes. I said this a while back, that I don't mind story changes when they make sense. The big things people are saying is that Krypton doesn't explode, and that Russell Crowe's Jor-El will live. A couple reasons for this. A, one of the producers on this film is a loony who tried to greenlight a Superman film called Superman Lives, where he actually asked Kevin Smith, does the planet have to die? This dude is a lunatic who basically fails upward, like everyone else in Hollywood. Now, the big problem with this is, of course, that's a major source change. There are a lot of Superman purists out there who don't want change. And also, you have to remember, the change has to make things better. Realistically speaking, why send baby Kal-El here if your planet isn't exploding? Case in point. They claim that in this film, Kryptonians when born have to be genetically altered to suit a predetermined purpose. The concept here is Jor-El and the hot wife. They have Clark, Kal-El, Superman, whatever. And they have him naturally. This means that he is to be killed by the Kryptonian government. So instead, Jor-El rockets him off to Earth. Question being, why wouldn't Krypton then start a search party? Obviously, there's no way the wife could have been hidden and not be seen pregnant. And there's also the added problem of that's just people's preconceived notions. This isn't like Batman, where realistically speaking, people didn't know that particular aspect of who trained him with Ra's al Ghul. It's also very different with Spider-Man because they needed to make the film seem very different. That's why they did that source material change. There's no need for this source material change, and realistically, it's only going to confuse people. I don't think this is going to happen, partially because if you read the toy, it says Dead Planet. Bear in mind, toys can give major spoilers, so spend all your time in Toys R Us. Then, Jor-El living. Jor-El living is not a good idea. I get it, Russell Crowe is a big star. But the thing is, realistically speaking, once again, if the dad was alive, why leave Clark alone on Earth for so many years? Why not come with him? Why not go there later? It's just that you have to come up with a continual issue here. And for a film that apparently being Zack Snyder's wants to pack in as much action as possible, you realistically cannot set that up right. That's not what it looks like. Many people are saying since Jor-El is in more of the trailers than Kevin Costner, he has a bigger role. Wrong! Thing is that Russell Crowe is a much bigger actor right now than Kevin Costner worldwide, with films such as Les Mis and a bunch of other movies I didn't like. He has successfully become a major world player. These trailers are shown all over the world, and this is a film that needs to appeal on the worldwide scale. Because of this, they're going to show more Russell Crowe, because he's a face people know more than Kevin Costner anymore. That's not to say that Kevin Costner won't do good in the film, but that is one of my problems. He's just there so they can put another big name on the poster. From what I've heard, that isn't what happens, and he does feel relevant and important, so I'm okay there. But once again, you put too many big names in a movie, everyone's fighting for screen time, or people don't forget about others. Henry Cavill is not a big actor. Realistically, I do expect this film to make him into a big actor, but if he doesn't give like a major performance, it'll get thrown away. Sad but true. So, what do you all think? Those are the issues with Man of Steel. This film probably won't have these problems, and again, there's a lot of pressure on this film. It wasn't like last year where Dark Knight Rises probably could have gotten away with anything, which as far as I'm concerned it did, because there was so much hype for other films like The Avengers. Because of this, and because it came out so much later, a lot of attention wasn't on it. Here, all the attention for the past year has been on Man of Steel. This will make things easier for later films like Pacific Rim or Hobbit 2, but it does give this film certain issues to live up to. Will it live up to those? Will it not? I don't know. I'll find out for myself as soon as I can. Zod pooping his pants.